Here's a mat on her leg. The legs are usually real sensitive. The dogs don't really like it. But this Safari dematting rake with 9 blades you can get for $8 on Amazon.com is wonderful. You just hold the leg up and then you just kind of start working your way into the mat in the same direction that the hair grows. And what it does is it literally just cuts into that mat, and you can tell once you've gotten through the mat completely to the skin because you're able to actually feel her skin. This is kind of the first step. And that was a good size mat. You couldn't see it. I'm going to turn it around a little bit here. It's still pretty thick and I can still feel it, so I'm going to work a little bit deeper with the dematting rake. I'm going to feel. That one was just about to her skin, so you might want to clear the rake from the extra hair. And if it seems like it's going to pull like that just did, especially on the inside of the leg, you can kind of rock. It looks like I'm being hard, but it really isn't pulling on her like you would think like a comb would or something, because it's actually, every time I'm moving it, it's cutting the hair just a little bit and allowing the blades to cut through the mat instead of pulling the mat. So the next step on this, before I go any further with continuing to cut with that dematting rake, is I'm going to pull the hair back and I'm going to use the longer, firmer bristle brush. I'm going to pull up at the base where the mat starts. I can feel it. And I'm going to just kind of work one little section at a time and brush as close to the skin as I can get without slicker brush burning her. And then I can take the comb and do the same idea. Just kind of work from the tip of the... She hears a doggy outside. It's a good girl. Stay still. Lift up this leg so I can work on it. When you lift up the opposite leg of the one you're working on, they have to put their weight on this one. They have no other choice, so it makes it easier than sometimes trying to fight them or lift up. So I'm switching over to the other smaller. And you can tell where my comb is resisting, there's still a little bit of the mat left. So we're just going to go over it a few times. And it's just working that mat out. You can see there's just little bits of mat still left. And then the way that you know you got the whole mat out is you take the comb and you part it, and you can see the skin, and you can feel that it's brushed completely down. Now I'm starting to work towards the back end of that mat. We got the front part of the mat. Now there's some back here that I'll work on.